Hello and welcome back to another Epic 7 video. I am your host, Forever Life. You're probably thinking, yo, isn't it that guy who spams a lot of Ravi recently? Yes, I am that guy, unfortunately. I don't know, man. Since I summoned Ravi, I've been taken by the Ravi syndrome. You're probably thinking, yo, where is the last lore video? You haven't been uploading lore. The answer is, there's really not much to talk about. Everything is just a small block. If you want to talk about a character, you can rarely dive deep. And that's exactly what we're doing today. Today, we're going to be diving deep into Fire Ravi. You know, it took me a few seconds to realize maybe I should have worded that differently. Regardless, we are going to be talking about Fire Ravi's lore, her upbringing, and what happens to her after episode 1, which not much happens. If you're looking at the battle in the background, I have proof, evidence that Fire Ravi is the strongest unit. Oh my god, she took a turn and did nothing! Fire Ravi, let's go! So once upon a time, there were two young girls. I assume those two young girls were living in a village that was being raided by the Archdemon's forces, because let's be real, every village is raided by the Archdemon during that time. Now, there were two girls, one brown hair, one blue hair. The brown-haired girl was Pilus, and naturally, the topic of today's video is the blue-haired girl, the Ravi that we're concerned about. Now, according to Pilus, they lived in a small village and they were supposedly close friends. And here's the weird part is that I don't know what Pilus herself or what condition she was in, but all we know is that the blue-haired girl is sick, is weak, is everything. Long list of things. Now, I assume there was a time skip, because when you look at Sigret's side story, I forgot the name of the event, and I recently talked about it too. Dark Side of the Moon, I think that one. Yeah, so in Dark Side of the Moon, Spectre Tenebria taunts Sigret, telling her that, yo, I have this one blue-haired girl who follows me around, but did you know that in her actual life, before she was resurrected as a homunculus, Spectre Tenebria killed her family, and I assume she also killed Pilus. It's not implied, but I assume, because how did Ravi end up with Pilus? You know, both of them ended up being resurrected around the same time, so I assume Spectre Tenebria killed Pilus and then she killed Ravi. Anyways, so Spectre said, hey, I killed her family, and then this girl vowed to kill me and follow me to the depths of hell. And then Sigret just tells her to shut up, or at least, no, I don't know. So Sigret tries to dismiss that comment. But Spectre Tenebria says that now she follows me like a puppy awaiting my orders. Unfortunately, not much can be said. So Fire Ravi, weak girl who wanted to be someone. She wanted to be worthy of respect. She wanted to be strong. Time skip. She's fighting Spectre Tenebria, or at least she was in front of Spectre Tenebria when Spectre Tenebria killed her family, her village. And Spectre Tenebria heard Ravi say those things, you know, how much she hates the Archdemon, how she will follow her to hell. And then Spectre Tenebria killed Ravi. Ravi got resurrected as a homunculus, and now Fire Ravi is basically Spectre Tenebria's toy. That is pretty much where the story ends. Ross kills Ravi, or at least it's implied he kills Ravi, and you will never see Ravi again. Now, the same thing did happen with Rose, where Rose opposed Ross in episode 1, but then casually, miraculously revives in episode 3. So I don't understand. Maybe Fire Ravi is alive and she's just sleeping under a bed or something. Anyways, I want to use this segment to talk about ARavi. You see, Fire Ravi always wanted to be someone worthy of respect, someone worthy of power. Long list of shenanigans. And then Ball and Sezen found that, hey, there is a large gathering of soul energy that they want to harvest. Of course, they wanted to harvest that energy so that Ball could somehow bring back Sezen into her human body. I forgot what that storyline went through. I think it's in Thieves Under a Full Moon, something like that. Notice how both events have moon in their name. Blood and Roses is low-key another event about the moon too. We're coming full circle. That reminds me, isn't there a moonlight phenomenon where if you wish on the moonlight so strongly with emotions that you start summoning a moonlight shade? I only know 3 characters of this so far. Crozet and his repressed feelings for Jenna. So he ended up summoning Troublemaker Crozet, although I'm not sure how that happened. There was the menial Nixie, who was wishing really well to embody the success of the Nixie clan, that she ended up summoning Challenger Dominial, which is very ironic because in the same cutscene, Fire Tenebria was there. And then the 3rd unit was Kisei. She wanted to be with her son so bad that she summoned a Moonlight Shade. Now this Moonlight Shade, I don't understand how it came to be, but what we know is when the actual real Kisei died and then the world reset happened, this shade was reborn, not as Kisei, but as Sigret, but she still has Kisei's memories. I don't get it. Actually, no, she doesn't have Kisei's memories. She only has Kisei's feelings. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're talking more about these other characters than Ravi herself. So, when Ball and Sezen tried to contact that soul energy, what ended up happening is that Apocalypse Ravi was born. Actually, she wasn't born. A chaos gate opened, ? And then boom, ARavi fell through it. I actually don't know what their explanation was. I actually forgot. My apologies. But like, come on, level with me. This is Smilegate writing here. So, Apocalypse Ravi fell. She is the embodiment of the god of war. Now listen, if this Apocalypse Ravi was Fire Ravi's Moonlight Shade, perfect! ARavi can go kill Spectre Tenebria. No, never. Actually, what ends up happening is that Ken brings ARavi to a ship. They go to episode 4. Notice how a episode 1 event or an episode 2 event is delayed, is staggered so much to episode 4. Amazing game, amazing writing. So yeah, they go to Natalon, they go to episode 4, where ARavi doesn't even participate in the battle because, oh, she's actually a prophet. She's going to guide you through hardship. She's not actually meant to fight your battles, despite the fact being the god of war. And even though she's nerfed because she's not in her appropriate world, Apocalypse Ravi should technically be the second, if not the most strongest character in the story so far. Like, hear me out. She is literally the embodiment of the god of war. There's a difference between Ross, who is a creation of a god, and Ravi, who is basically the god at that point. Yeah, would have been really nice if Apocalypse Ravi did anything to battle Tenebria. It would have been really ironic. It would have just completed the story. But no, they just never reference it. They never talk about it. ARavi is nothing like our Ravi. Hope you enjoyed. I feel sad now. Bye-bye.